Hi, welcome back to Cyberwatch channel. Today, I am telling a true story. So, Mom and Dad, make your daughters watch this video. When I was 15, I made the biggest mistake of my life. In 2020, I ran away from home to meet a man I met on Facebook. Here's how my story started. I was a good little girl, doing well in school and at home. I never gave my parents trouble, and they trusted me. But then, one day, my mom bought me an iPhone. I was so excited. I finally had my own phone, and I could talk to my friends anytime I wanted. That's when I created a Facebook account, just like everyone else my age. I thought it was harmless fun, just a way to stay connected with friends and share pictures. At first, it was great. I added friends from school and started chatting with classmates. But then, random boys I didn't know started sending me friend requests and messaging me. Some of them were nice, some were creepy, but there was one boy who stood out. He was always texting me, always telling me how beautiful I was, how special I was. He gave me the kind of attention I had never received before. He told me he was 17. At first, I believed him. But over time, I started noticing little things that didn't add up. His way of talking, the things he said, he didn't sound like a teenager. But by then, I had already trusted him. He had a way of making me feel important, like I was the only girl in the world who mattered to him. He started sending me phone cards so I could always stay in touch with him. We talked late into the night, sometimes until the sun came up. He made me feel like we had something real. Then, one night, he asked me to come see him. At first, I said no. But he kept asking, and he told me he loved me. And that was it. I waited until my mother fell asleep, and I ran away from home to meet him. But when I got there, I realized I had made a terrible mistake. The person waiting for me wasn't a 17-year-old boy. He was an old man. My heart dropped. I turned to run, but before I could escape, he and another man grabbed me. They overpowered me, dragging me into a car. I screamed, I fought, but they were too strong. They beat me until I blacked out. When I woke up, I was locked in a small, dark room with two other girls. One of them was 17, and the other was 21. They looked at me with sad, tired eyes. I could tell they had been there for a long time. The next morning, the old man came in with food. He looked at me and smiled like he owned me. He told me that if I ever tried to run or disobeyed him, he would kill me. I believed him. That night, he brought men into the room. We all knew what was about to happen. I begged one of them for help. He was someone well known, someone respected. I thought, surely, he would help me. But he didn't. He only took what he wanted, just like the rest of them. This went on for 8 months. 8 months of horror, of pain, of feeling like my life was over. I thought no one would ever find me. I thought I would die in that room. Then, one day, everything changed. Someone told my mother about a hacker named Cyberwatch. Desperate, she messaged him on Facebook and told him everything. He asked for my Facebook name, and he went to work. He hacked into my account and traced the messages. He found the man's number and hacked into his GPS. And then he found me. Cyberwatch didn't wait for the police, because to them, I was just another runaway. Instead, he sent some of his people to come and get me. The day they broke into that place and rescued me was the day I got my life back. I will never forget the feeling of seeing my mother again, of running into her arms and crying. I told her I was sorry. She held me so tight and cried with me. But even though I was home, my life was never the same. I couldn't go out by myself anymore. I couldn't eat certain foods because they reminded me of what happened. I had nightmares. I felt broken. But I am here today, telling my story, because I don't want this to happen to anyone else. My young sisters, please, be careful who you talk to online. If someone is asking you to meet them in secret, tell your parents or the police. Don't let someone trick you the way I was tricked. And parents, please watch over your children. Know who they are talking to, and teach them about the dangers of the internet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to help spread this message. Stay